Commerce that is not built on true mutual benefit leads to imbalance, lack of peace, and eventually war. Whether you are a person, a corporation, or a nation, if you are making super profits at the expense of the person you are doing business with, you will eventually, somehow, someday, end up harming yourself just as you have harmed your trading partner. That is evident in the world and predictable by the law of cause and effect. Peace is the biggest boost to prosperity, and it is in your own interest, for your own prosperity, to promote peace. One way to do that is to deal fairly in your own business, and to seek to correct unfair trade around the world whenever you can. To the extent that you have peace, you will have prosperity. In other words, whatever level of prosperity you are in today, you would be more prosperous if you had more peace. This is true even to those in the arms business, as ridiculous as that may sound. For example, the military industry and machinery around the world is one of the world's biggest consumers of national budgets. Every second and minute, millions of dollars are spent around the world on military expenditure. Yet this is unnecessary if there was peace. Military expenditure does not circulate around an economy as most other expenditures do. It is largely dead money. Look at all the expensive nuclear arms being destroyed now. Those millions of dollars spent every minute could instead be spent on other activities that are actually productive and circulate in the economy. Even if they were spent on guaranteeing the survival and equal opportunity of the poor and disadvantaged around the world, to give them a chance to build businesses instead of spending their whole day working just for a loaf of bread, the entire world would become prosperous. It would be many times more prosperous. Imagine if the billions of people under poverty would become productive citizens with purchasing power. Wouldn't your business benefit? And this is possible if the military spending was directed instead to this cause. And those who benefit now from the arms trade would instead be in a different business in a world that is dozens of times more prosperous than this one. Peace is prosperity while war is not. If you want living proof, look at the United States. Even the United States used to fight within itself until it united into one nation and stopped wars between its own states. Now it is prosperous, and prosperous it is largely because of its internal peace, cooperation, and free trade under almost equal legal protection for all within its borders. The European Union is realizing that as well and seeking to do the same. So are many other initiatives around the world, in Asia, Latin America, the Middle East, Africa, all over, but in different extents and rates. So in your own dealings, promote peace through fair trade, even when you have the opportunity to be unfair. And in the events of your community, country, and world, see what you can do to promote fair trade and peace. It is for your own prosperity. Nothing in your world is real. Nothing you see is real. It is an illusion created for your benefit so that you may experience your thoughts and state of being firsthand and purify them, make them better. That is why suffering is said to be an indicator of wrong thought. Beingness, thoughts, words, and actions create it. Change your mind and you change your world. Change yourself and you change your world. Here is a shortcut to solving problems, including financial ones. Whenever you are faced with a confusing, unclear, or problematic situation, look at it and say, I am that. And truly accept it, for you caused it, and separation is an illusion. Then ask yourself, why am I that? All confusion and fear will disappear, and solutions will automatically start to appear in the face of your I am that awareness. This applies to any situation, actually not just to a problem. Have you ever noticed how life works like a large, complicated mirror? What you do to others, you do to yourself. If you wish to be happy, make others happy. If you wish to be free, make others free. Use this principle in your business and you will be able to choose what you get back. The interlinkages between all life and the system of cause and effect are extremely complex, efficient, effective, and transforming. An apparently extremely small cause could have a huge effect in the future, or in the past or present. Physicists have a beautiful way of explaining this simply. They call it the butterfly effect. James Gleick, in his book Chaos, explains the butterfly effect as the notion that a butterfly stirring in the air today in Peking can transform storm systems next month in New York. And that is just a simple example. Everything is a cause that has an effect, and everything is an effect that had a cause, a huge chain reaction that is not bound by time, space, and form. In the case of wealth, the effect is either wealth or poverty. Be aware of your thoughts and their provable effects. Is a particular thought likely to lead to wealth or poverty? There are no such things as idle thoughts, words, actions, or states of being. Do not feel guilty. Forgive yourself for past failures and choose to act correctly next time. But avoid guilt, as it is one of the biggest destroyers of focus and confidence. Do not dwell on the past. Forgive others also. You're not doing them a favor when you forgive them. You are doing yourself the favor. They will still have their cause and effect, karmic, debt, for all their actions, whether you forgive them or not. But when you forgive them, you release yourself from a negative karmic cycle and release your energy for other positive things as well. What is found in the effect is already in the cause. Try to understand this intimately, then live deliberately. Here's another interesting thing about cause and effect in regards to wealth. Why do you suppose people get inspiration to start a particular business or career or passion or hobby? Yes, they are at cause individually for their desires, but there is something else as well. The collective consciousness of this planet and universe also has a hand in causing this inspiration. Remember, life always manifests images of the mind and grants every sincere and certain desire without fail. And the mind field is one. Your mind and all the minds make up the unified mind field. So the reason you have an idea is partly that others have caused it. That is how demand and supply works behind the scenes. If 1 million more people suddenly desire and believe they can have a certain type of fashion accessory,